Hello and welcome. This is Gunner, and we're back with some more BattleTech, and it's time to do this priority mission. Before I start, though, I would like to take a look at the mech warriors, as I have not leveled them up in quite some time, if I remember correctly. Just taking a look at this, let's start with Behemoth here. So we can gain the next level of gut skill. That's going to give us some overheat threshold, which I'm not sure. I mean, that'd be nice. But with the mech that we use, we'd probably be better off just getting the piloting skill up, which is what I think I'm going to go. We get with that base melee hit chance, and considering the way that we're using her as a pilot in the mech that she's in right now, I think that's the best for us. So let's confirm that. Decker was out in the last few missions because he was injured, so he doesn't have enough experience built up yet. Glitch has enough to level up her accuracy, which, although the other things that she could level up would help, I definitely want this now. Been saving up for that. And then finally, my pilot. Okay, so we have enough for gunnery, guts, and tactics. Tactics would give us the called shot bonus, which is nice. That just gives us health. That's accuracy. You know what? We can afford both things. I'm going to go with both things. Why not? We get the accuracy and we get that cold shot bonus. Because we do that from time to time. Okay. Well, we have that done. Let's go ahead and launch this contract. Okay, grave robbing. There it is, R-True. A more foreboding hunk of ice I've never seen. You were born in this system, were you not, Mr. Oliveira? Yes, Lady Arano. I grew up on Nassau Heights, one of the orbital HAB stations above the planet's surface. Nobody makes landfall except for the surface mining teams, and they stay only for month-long shifts. It's too dangerous for permanent habitation. Okay, I guess that makes sense that they hadn't found this base yet. I remember an old folk story that originated with those mining teams. My father shared it with me when I was young. The Lucura, I think it was called. If memory serves, it was about an ill wind that would howl through the canyons, killing engines and scrambling computers. The stuff of nightmares for such an inhospitable world. Ooh, that doesn't sound like it's going to be good. Hopefully we don't have anything like that. Yes, Lady Urano, it's a gremlin story. Something the miners can blame when they pass out drunk with the headlights running. The Lucura killed my engine. I barely got out alive. Not our proudest achievement as a culture, but apparently it gets around. So maybe this castle has some ability to shut off electronics? Alright, well, let's ask, are there any real threats down there? Unless you get out of your battle mech. I wouldn't recommend that, by the way. Okay, so the system, ooh, okay, so we might have some problems with heat if it's going to be a real inhospitable planet. We'll have to see. How likely are we to run into the surface miners you were talking about? Don't worry, you won't. Not where you'll be dropping. Surface teams tend to cluster around the rocky outcrops that ring the planet's equator. That's where you'll find all the really good stuff. The platinum, the ruthenium, the rare exotics. You'll be well clear of the mining zones. Okay, again, that makes sense. That the fact that they're not knowing where this castle is. Although, it did sound like he said that the planet had been well explored. So, alright. Well, not a great vacation spot. Oscrosis has provided us with 5 supply ships to carry whatever we find on the surface. Captain Grigas of the RAS Delphinus will serve as our point of contact for the fleet. After Dr. Murad's finished interfacing with the castle's computer, she'll pop the doors and we'll run a threat assessment. Then, if everything looks clear, we'll have Samire set you down on the ground. Hey guys, I hate to interrupt, but I've got a sensor blip on my screen. It's a dropship. Can't make out what kind. She's heading for the planet's surface. Like her point of origin was R-True's second moon. Okay, well, this is starting to run into my paranoia here. That's strange. R-True's moons are uninhabited. Is it a directorate ship? Still too far out to say. At their current rate of speed, it'll be at least an hour before I can give you a positive ID. Okay. Can't wait for a threat assessment. If we're going to go down, now's the time. Okay, nothing's ever easy. No, if it's a directorate, I'll be really curious about how they knew to find us here. Again, this goes along with my paranoia. I very much wonder, who the heck are these guys? Hopefully they're not Comstar. We have no evidence that they know we're all here at all. However, whoever they are. But if we drop now, hopefully it won't matter. We'll be able to get in and out clean before they even make planetfall. We don't have time to play this safe, so we're dropping now. I want our mechs on the ground when the doors open. I'll inform Captain Grigas of the change. Can't go down there in person, Kamea, and certainly not before we're sure it's safe. You're the leader of the restoration. We can't afford to lose you on a salvage operation. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this. Afraid I'm with Lord Madeira on this one, Lady Urano. Let us take the risk. That's what you're paying us for. This isn't just about salvage, damn it. My father spent the last half of his life dreaming of the Argo and her secrets. This is one of those secrets. I will see this through for him and for myself. And maybe Lord Croesus knew that about you, and that's why this is a trap, but alright. Now it will take time and expertise to get whatever battle mechs we find in the castle's armory up and running. Lord Croesus sent us a recovery team, and I want our best mech tech on the ground leading them. That's you, Mr. Vertanen. You'll be riding with me. Guess I'll go warm up the rumble seat. No, the only other time I've sat in one of those things was on St. Laurie, and I got my arm blown clean off for my trouble. Here's hoping you don't go 2 for 2. Good luck down there. I'll be keeping an eye on you from up here. Alright, here we go. Still no data on the planet. Oh, okay, there we go. So it's going to be polar. Alright, so I'm not having to worry about it too much. Oh, okay, I have the wrong mech here. Oh, alright, so we are forced to take Kamea in her Kintaro. And interestingly enough, her pilot skills, I would not normally put her in a Kintaro. She seems to be more a support pilot with the breaching shot and her skill set. Oh well, I apparently have no choice over that, so... There is the Blitzhawk, that's what we want. Okay, that means that our normal slot that I would have Decker in is taken up. So, you know, I think I'm going to end up having to take Behemoth out of this one. Before I do that, though, the Trebuchet needs to be placed with the Yager mech. And if we were to run with the Dragon, where would that put us? It'd put us on 3, which matches the difficulty. But again, tonnage, I really feel like we need a scout here, perhaps. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to expect. So I'm going to go ahead with the scout idea here. So we want the Scout Hawk, which is the right one. And we're still on 3. I think this is the load I'm going to do. I don't know about this. I mean, this is going to replace a lot of the firepower that we would have had in the Dragon, but we're losing a lot of our long-range punch. All right, we'll have to see how this goes. Let's deploy. Okay, let's take a look at our objectives, because we didn't get an idea of those before. Make your way to the entrance point. Gain access to the Castle Nautilus. Lady Kamea Urano must survive. All right, those... Definitely the last one makes plenty of sense. We look down there. I'll be cruising in the upper atmosphere and monitoring your progress, just in case. After that, Miss Meyer, Dr. Murad, have you got any luck connecting with the Castle Nautilus's computer? Already on top of it, Lady Urano. The handshake has been established, and I have command line access. Door control is being a little finicky, though. Work fast, Doc. Riding in this rumble seat is like sitting on a jackhammer on a sauna on the sun, and Lady Urano's piloting is aggressive. We haven't even really started anything yet. For you. Not to worry, though. I think I found a workaround for the problem. Get walking toward the main doors, and I'll have them open by the time you get there. Understood, Doctor. Do whatever you have to. Lady Urano out. Okay. So here we are, and starting out right out the gate, let's take a look at the round of the map. All right, it seems pretty open, not a lot of cover. This is supposed to be a desolate planet, so I guess that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to start at a normal move. We'll go around this rough terrain. The edge of the map's right there, so we'll kind of face this way. And I'm going to do this so that we're, you know, bracing up. Let's have you jump. Get across here. I'll jump as far as I can. Kind of angle like that. Brace. I'll have you jump as well, because I'm assuming a normal move wouldn't get you across the rough terrain. Here. Brace. And go ahead and have you sprint, because you're going to be a little bit on the slower end, so have you run to there.
You betcha.
Alright, nothing yet.
Okay, the standard approach isn't working. I'm inputting a valid ID, but for some reason the door won't budge. I think I found a workaround, though. It'll just be another moment.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Let's have this. Now I'm going to be a little bit more cautious here, because I don't really know what to expect. We might not encounter anything until I get to the doors, but then again, we might encounter something before then, so I don't think we should just run out blindly. Let's have Decker go first, because we are getting somewhat closer. Guess I'll have him jump to here.
Engaging jump jets.
Again, brace. Jump up on this hill.
Engaging jump jets.
And brace. And I've got it. Okay, hang on a second. I'm going to try something. Dr. Murad, what did you just do? The lights are flickering. My screen is dead. Dr. Murad? Mr. Vieira? The whole Argo's gone dark. I'm not picking up a drive signature. Whatever Farah just did, it must have knocked out our engines. Oh, that sounds familiar to something we just talked about gremlins and what have you. Worry about that later. Look, those vents in the rocks. They're spitting out drones.
Be careful of those things. They're armed to the teeth and coming in fast. And there's probably more where they came from.
Okay, so we've got some what looks like vehicles. We have some sensor contact information. Okay, they look like heavier vehicles. Combat hasn't started yet, despite having sensor contacts. Okay. I guess we move here.
Tell me what you need.
We'll have Kamea move up a little bit. Just get her closer, because the closer we get her, the better it will be. You know what? If they're going to be heavier, why don't we be a little bit more aggressive with our movement? As long as they don't see me, it won't start the combat yet.
Sounds good. I moved.
And we'll move appropriate to that. So let's have Decker. Oh, I have to jump where he is. Okay. Again, as long as I don't see them. The problem is it may blip briefly, which actually may start the combat. So there's a risk in me doing this jump. But the idea here is I'm trying to, like, flank them.
Jumping.
Okay, well, it didn't start the combat, so that's fine. Let's see if... Oh, yeah, brace. Okay, glitch.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I do want to move here. I may have to settle of just walking up this hill, though. She's a heavier mech, so they'll be able to kind of beat her, or at least equal her in initiative, possibly. Then what I'm going to do with the Blitzhawk is I'm going to move it, like, right up in contact with this guy. So, us being medium mechs, we'll beat them to initiative, so we'll be able to take advantage of that. Probably won't be able to brace, but I'll be able to get in here, establish that line of sight, and then work from there.
Engaging jump jets.
And then our Decker will be able to establish the other line of sight. Well, there's 6 enemy, we only see 3, so I'm not really sure what we're going to do with this just yet. So you're going to be first. You're going to jump in here and give me an idea what we got. Actually, before I do that, what are we actually looking at here? What are you? You're a heavy drone. Okay, 2 PPCs and LRM-10. Decent amount of armor, but you're missing half of it. Okay. I'm going to guess maybe the rest will be similarly in a state of poor repair. Okay. So, jump up, get that line of sight, fire on one of the enemies,
Lifting off.
and then see what we can do from there. We have a fair amount of morale built up, so we do have the ability to use some of our abilities. I'm going to go after the one in the back, because that's the one that the others may have a harder time targeting. I'm not going to go with a precision strike just yet, though.
Roger.
Okay, well, that was easy enough. I didn't take a look at what these ones are, but they're 60 tons as opposed to the 80, so they're not going to be quite as heavy. Okay, let's just go ahead and take a look at that. So, it is a medium drone. So 2 medium lasers, an AC-5, and SRM-6. Okay. Well, we should be able to take these guys out with what we have. Oh, we uncovered something else. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. If I were to do that over again, I probably would have used vigilance there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have her move up. And we're going to face over this way as much as we can. And I'll use vigilance. And then if we can kill this guy, then
Copy that.
this guy we should be able to take out with a combination of the Blitzhawk and the Yager mech. So use vigilance here just to protect her. And then we'll go after this. Might as well fire everything here. I think we have a good chance of killing this guy with this kind of firepower. Yeah. Way overkill, but I think it was worth just making sure. Because I'd like to remove any vision the enemy may have. They may be able to reestablish it, but we'll try our best. Alright. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and move up and get a nice side attack here. And as I'm not likely to be seen, if, well, in theory I could be hit with long-range weapons if there's more things in the heavy scale, but hopefully this kills. Okay, it did, maybe just barely.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Well, that's half the enemy taken care of. There is something on the heavy scale. They've established a site yet. I'm gonna go ahead and reserve just to see if we get going here. This thing may be able to move up and establish a line of sight. And it may not. Okay.
I hear
The glitch
ya.
isn't gonna really have anything to do here other than just move, which is fine. Go ahead and move like that.
I read you, Commander.
And then
Moving out.
we'll brace up so that she's defended. Okay. Well, that was a nice early start there. Okay. So they've got 2 on the assault scale. Alright. Well then.
Waiting for orders.
If I jump up here, I can see 2 of them. And from what I've seen, it's actually pretty likely we'll be able to kill them all. As a matter of fact, jumping up here and then sensor locking the last one makes a certain amount of sense, because that would get all of them in line of sight. The problem with that is, would we be able to follow up this turn? And I don't think we would be able to. So with that in mind, I think the right move here is to jump in behind. So it's very unlikely they'd be able to establish line of sight. And then from there, we sensor lock one of them. And then we just reserve after that. I mean, honestly, I could have waited to do that move, but I thought it was fairly likely they'd be able to come up and see me. We're going to sensor lock this guy because he's closer. I mean, why not? Okay. So it is possible he'll be able to move up enough to see Kamea. But I guess we'll find out. That's indeed what happens. So we're going to reserve, allow their heavy mech to go. We shouldn't be able to do anything. Okay. Now we'll reserve again. Now we'll make one of the mechs in this initiative phase go. Mechs, vehicles. And at this point, if they see that they have that line of sight, then we know they have it and we can react. Okay, so in this case, the best move is to have glitch move
What can I do for you?
and kill the drone.
Uh-huh.
This is likely overkill.
Knocked out a vehicle.
Okay. Now, it is kind of unlikely that we're going to be able to do a whole lot here.
Yes, I hear you.
Let's see, can we get vision at all? Not that I see. So, in this case, I think we move. We move with the purpose of doing things later. So I'm just going to do a normal move, then brace.
Affirmative.
Okay. If these guys are fairly slow moving, they should have a hard time really establishing much against us. I'm going to sprint just so I can get that little bit of distance coverage. We have to take them apart one at a time. We'll do that. All right. At this point, I think we just reserve and see what they can do with
Standing
what
by.
we give them.
Holding for tactical advantage.
This is the guy that's most likely going to be able to establish line of sight. Then if we respond afterwards... Alright, a little bit of damage on a Kintara that I would have preferred avoiding, but... these things happen. So now they have that established line of sight. We have to do something about that. So what can you do, Decker?
Receiving you.
I could have you move up and attack from the side. And you have a decent chance of killing, from what I've seen of the medium size one. On fire. I'm going to use Precision Strike just to do it. We'll go after the... One has the most armor here. Side would be the better target. After that.
Now let's see how you handle this.
Okay, he's already dead.
Enemy vehicle.
So they've lost their line of sight now. So we should be able to reserve again. And they may be able to establish it again. We'll have to see. Okay. So in this case, we can see them. Trying to think what would be the best move here. I mean, Glitch is the one that is most likely going to be able to just take this guy out. Okay, the AC-5 is not within range unless I move, so... Oh, okay, it's indirect fire either way. Let's just go ahead and take these shots anyway. Pretty good chance of still killing it. And if not,
Delivery.
we can finish it off with what we need to finish it off with. That seems... Oh, okay. A lot of internals, but not enough to kill. Alright.
I'm listening.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, we'll move up and we'll hit it with the LRM-5 that we've got, but it doesn't look like anybody else is really going to get a hit here. Just because of the train. But we'll beat it to initiative, so...
Confirmed.
Okay. And in this case, I say we sprint, because not likely going to be anything happen here. I guess we could sprint up here, because we can always jump to get good positioning. Okay. Decker, have you jump. We're going to jump up here and attack the side. I would say with this You have a decent chance of getting a kill here, especially as we've already messed this guy up. I don't know if we've hit the sides much, but far away. Okay, we can't stay out here in the open. Don't find hard cover. We're gonna get swamped. What's the plan? You fall back and find an extraction point. I'm getting you the hell out of there. No, we have to push forward to the doors. Our only way out of this is through Dr. Murad. It's through. Dr. Murad will fix this. Believe it. Hey, Urano. You're right, Mire. And an outpost castle like Nautilus could bring down a dozen leopards. Probably at the same time. Try to extract us. It'll blow you out of the sky. Damn it. Okay, you're right. Stay alive down there. I'll keep trying to get Farah on the comms. Do that. For now, gotta get our heads back in the game. Look over there. The damn castle is activating turrets.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
Okay. Fortunately, it did put us back in the beginning of the turn. So we've got turret. What does this turret look like? Okay, AC 20, 2 SRM2s, and 3 flamers. So as long as I stay fairly far away, then that shouldn't be too much of a threat. He might be too close, though.
What's up, boss?
You can confirm that. Yeah, if I can hit all 3 of my weapons, then it can hit me with its weapons. Let's take a look at this real quick, though. What kind of health do you have? You have 150, so that's pretty standard for a turret. You, I don't think by yourself will be able to kill it. So, oops, that's not what I want to do.
Good to go.
I think the wisest move in this... Oh, we've got vehicles behind us. How many vehicles do we have around? Let's just look around real quick. I think taking out the vehicles up here makes a lot of sense. I can only see so many of them. There's a vehicle right next to us. I'm going to move in a way that I can see the most of them. With this means we're not dealing with the turrets yet. But these vehicles are still going to be a problem. One way or the other, so...
Up high.
Alright. In theory, I could kill all these guys with these two, and then we leave Glitch to kill the turrets, but I honestly think we should help out here. So, medium drone, heavy drone, heavy drone. Well, I'm going to attack the heavy drone. I'm not sure if the others will necessarily get a shot here. I'm going to use Precision Strike. Because we have the morale to do it. What's your rear armor like? 7. Oh, these guys have full... Wow. Okay. These guys have full armor now, so...
All weapons are go.
Wasn't enough to take it out. Okay. Yeah, I think it's important we focus on the vehicles at this moment. I think it's important we keep hitting from the rear rather than from the front. If they have full armor, that's... These guys, the heavy drones, seem to have quite a lot of armor, so I'm gonna go ahead for that. Not sure if I'll be able to split fire and take these guys out. Let's see what we got going here. So, this guy, unfortunately, I didn't even touch his rear armor despite picking it as my target. I feel like I have to go everything on that drone, on the heavy drone, because I'm not certain of whether or not I'll be able to finish it if I do otherwise. So that's what we're gonna do.
All weapons committed.
Okay. One vehicle down. We'll have the Kintaro hit this guy. Try and finish him. Then it'll be up to the Yager mech to kill the guy that's nearby it. It will have a lot of firepower, so it has actually a pretty good chance of doing that.
You have my attention.
Yeah, we want to get in here. Move like this.
I'm moving out.
Got a fairly good chance of getting this kill because of just how much damage we're going to be putting out here. Let's go ahead and we'll do another precision strike here. Why not? We'll go against the side armor again. That's going to be where it's weak. There we go. So now we just have that one heavy. You know, we have to take care of that because it's giving vision, and we don't like that.
What can I do for you?
Okay. So ideally, what I want to do here is I want to move so that I can get... Maybe I don't even have to move. Well, I'm going to have to move because I don't think he's in my arc right now. No, he's not. So... move so we can get the most of this damage. I get a side shot? I can. I'd rather do that than a frontal shot. And then maybe use precision strike to try and take him out. Something like that. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Got it.
The Yager mech is now our strongest damage dealer, so this should be very effective. Ah, no!
They've got a sensor lock on me.
Okay, well that's not good news. For a lot of different reasons. Alright, luckily it's missing a lot here. But we did just get...
You can see daylight through my armor.
Okay, so the turrets must not be able to hit me from that range, because they didn't do anything with what they got.
Commander?
Alright, well we're going to have to take our time with this. Although technically, you know, these other guys should be able to deal with this. I'm thinking about just staying here and doing the sensor lock. And taking care of the turrets now.
On my way.
In theory, the Kintaro and the Blitzhawk should be able to take care of this. Sensor lock, this turret. And then hopefully Glitch can take advantage of the sensor lock later. Alright, come here.
Standing by.
Okay, so I kind of have to move here. Because I don't think I can move very much else and be able to hit both targets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do split fire here, if it'll let me. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Let's just hit them with everything we've got. So, possible the turrets have like PPCs or something, which is the reason why they didn't hit me before. So what I want to do is just make sure their sensor locks really can't do much. Before they probably couldn't because they couldn't get a line of sight on me. A direct one. So, that's what I'm going to go for, I think. So we have to move down. I don't think there's a choice here. I'm still only an LRM-5. Alright, so I'm not the one to do... the Kintaro is not the one to do that. Now I'm starting to regret my move, because I honestly don't think I can get this thing now.
I'm listening.
That's a bummer. Well, I'll do what I can.
what you ask.
The Shadowhawk would have been able to hit with, the Scout Hawk would have been able to hit with an AC-5, which may have done enough. Then again, may not. But it looks like we're going to just have to take a little bit more time here. Unfortunately. Oh, I can't move. That's why it's like... Well, in this case, I think we just reserve. We'll have Glitch finish off this guy.
Waiting for orders.
Do we still have a valid target here? Yeah, we do. Okay. I want to get my LRMs so that they're being more accurate. Another hit on the side here has to be bad for this guy, so I'm going to do this again. We're going to do Precision Strike again. And hopefully this time it actually works. Fortunately, we haven't had much luck with the Precision Strike actually landing where it's supposed to. Well, at this point, you don't have any frontal armor, so I'm just tempted to go after that. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to go for the side hit nonetheless. That way we're not hitting that. I mean, this should be a kill. I feel like I'm overkilling this thing, but I feel like at the same time we just kind of have to.
Got it.
Yeah. See, that's all we needed. So if I had, rather than sensor lock, if I did some... Well, I mean, if I'd done that, it wouldn't have made much difference either way. Okay. So, my pilot, what am I going to do?
Standing by.
Well, unfortunately, not a whole lot I can do, so... Or to jump a little closer. I mean, I could jump up and kill this guy. The problem is if they sensor lock me and then retaliate really hard. You know, we could vigilance it just to reduce. Alright, I'll give it a go. So, vigilance. I think this is a dumb thing to do, but in theory, I have enough damage if I hit with everything that this guy will die.
Engaging jump jet.
If I fail, though, I'm kind of screwed. Okay, here we go.
All weapons committed.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
So I imagine if they have any turrets left, they're going to sensor lock me.
We've got company.
Okay, so the vehicles have respawned. That seems like something they're going to continue to do until I take care of the turrets. Alright. And I'm going to heat up really badly if we continue this this trend. Well, it looks like they're the same things. So, I guess, you know, these three could tackle that while this guy tackles this. I mean... guess that's a thing. Could do. Alright, let's start this off with the scout. Who is going to punch, as that is going to be more effective possibly than the weapons fire. As they do take double damage. Alright, I'll give it a try. I'll go from this side. Maybe I go after the lighter vehicle with this, just to like see if I can get that kill. We'll go here.
Position confirmed.
But he's a good pilot. He should have that skill to be able to do this. There we go.
Follow me to victory.
All right. I'm probably going to overheat, but I'm going to jump down here and attack this guy from the rear. See what we can do with that. I'm going to do a precision strike as well.
Engaging jump jets.
See if we can finish him off. Okay, so rear, same as side. Well, I'm going to go for the rear again. That's the most likely hit. Ugh. Yeah, so the precision strikes are just not working out for me. All right, well, in any case, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this guy up here as... I think this is a good stopping point. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.